Hello, hope everybody's doing well. Um, this is another tutorial, part 4 of the simple site. Last time we did this, we made a navigation bar with a second page similar to the first page. And today's going to be a pretty short video. We're just going to add a little bit of JavaScript, which is pretty awesome. You can do a lot with it. We're just going to do a small thing where we're going to change the color of this heading here if you scroll over it. So it'll go from green to purple, and then when you get off of it, it'll turn purple again. So let's get started here. First, we're going to make a new file. We're just going to do this straight from Notepad++. So open Notepad. And we're going to go to this little plus. We can just type some stuff and save. We'll call it main.js. Okay, so now what we want to do, so as you can see, you'll exit out of this, is if I scroll on this, there's nothing. It's actually called mouse over and mouse out is the term, but so if a mouse is over this, it should turn purple, which it does not, and if it's away, it should turn back to green. I might have said that the other way around, but it's green, purple, and green again. So to start, you got your JavaScript tab open. So I'll run you through as much as I can. So actually, before we do this, we're gonna have to change something. So we have to add an ID, which I talked about in the last video. And at the end of this video, I'll have a playlist of all the stuff that I've done so far. Well, let's call this ID change, just to keep it simple. Alright, because we need to reference that. So you go type in document. I'll go through this and I'll try to explain the best that I can whenever I get through. The document is actually your document, which is the index.html. And then we need to get our element by ID, and our element is change, which is what we just created. Our ID, essentially. So add, and then what we're doing is adding an event listener. So that's like a couple of other event listeners are like on click and key press up. So you have the up arrow, down arrow, left and right. That's also an event. So mouse over, and then we gotta do mouse over. So the mouse over in quotes is our actual event listener, and then the mouse over with a capital O is what we're gonna create. We use in our function, which is a function is just a way to call something multiple times. I'm not gonna go into that right in this episode. So we do the same thing again. This time we do mouse out, because there are two separate things. Mouse over and mouse out is separate, and you'll see that in just a moment. So there's that. Okay, then there's our function. Get element by ID. Okay, so here we got our function, and we got our get element by ID again, which is change. And now, so This function here is calling this, and it's doing this right here. So whenever our mouse is over the heading, it's going to style color. So it's going to change the color of the style to purple. And then we're just going to copy paste this here. And then we're just going to change mouse over to mouse out. And then we're going to change style to green. And this should work. Now we have to put, with JavaScript, whenever you end your line of code, you have to put semicolons, or it thinks it's going on forever. Now when I was creating this little project to show you guys, I actually ran into a problem. I'm going to show you that in here now actually. So first I'll show you this. So we saved everything, and you see if it works. Cool. So it works actually because I didn't get rid of something. So originally what you're supposed to do, you have to add the script here. And when I first did this, I put the script up here. Cause I mean they can go depending on what it does, it can go either way. But for this here, I'll show you it doesn't work, and then I'll explain why. See, it doesn't work like it's supposed to. It doesn't turn purple, and that is because when this website's running, it's looking from top to bottom. So it sees this line of code here, and it does it. But the problem is, it's looking for this here, this change ID. And because the code's running first, it kind of stops here, and it doesn't understand why it's running before this, so it gives you an error. It says here that can't read main.js property event listener of null, which just means it doesn't exist. So that's why you have to. And I think it's best just to honestly put all the code on the bottom anyway. From everything I've seen and experience, it's just best to just put it down here. Solves a lot of problems. So saved it again. Oh, we don't want to open that. And refresh, and there you go. And you can see that the error is gone. So pretty cool. You could do all these if you wanted to. Play around with it, see what you can do. I'm going to link to a couple websites. Probably one website actually that is good for referencing this stuff. I use it quite often. But I'm actually thinking about creating a video just about where you could learn like website design and development for free or for a cost. But I might make that video in the future. So let me know what you think, and have a good day. Goodbye.